Hello. I am in a point of... It's a difficult point in the production at the moment because I've got to make a very large decision, which I'm not sure if I'm ready to make. It's basically about my choice of voice actors for the film. So I've cast amateur voice actors. So, people who aren't actors or anything. The old duck is a professional actor. But I used local emerging writers around Brisbane and friends of mine that I know and I think have great, they're great people, and I honestly believe when they deliver the lines because I know that, they're saying it with sincerity. But because of that, maybe their readings are a bit amateurish, but I'm not sure if I mind that. I think I might actually like that it kind of feels that you've just sort of got some people and they're telling you this story, and the sort of stylistic approach is similar to the This American Life reading, where you have these people, like the way Ben Laurie reads it, he's the author and he just reads it aloud and everything's very downplayed and it just feels sort of very truthful and honest about what he's reading, and even if it sounds a bit read or whatever, that's fine. And see, I wanted to capture a degree of that in the film. But sort of been getting feedback from people, and some people like it, and a few people have said it does stand out, and it's a bit disjointed. But my main thing is I need to. For me, it's not about whether I think, obviously I think whether or not is this the perfect choice for the film or whatever. But it's more that I can stand by that decision with 100% sincerity, even if a lot of people dislike it and they're like, what have you done? It sounds kind of, weak or the emotion, because everyone's used to, your classic animated film with, I don't know, your very sincere performance, which is great, but it's a performance, whereas it's almost something else. It's almost like a reading of the story, sort of. That doesn't really make sense. But anyway, I just need to be able to stand by it 100% with total confidence. And so that if someone says, I thought that was dumb, I can say, well, I didn't. That's what I chose. It's my film. This is my decision. Not that I need to defend it or that it's a controversial thing. It's actually a very small thing. The way I talk about it makes it sound like everyone, that I've shown is outraged about it. It's a very minor thing, the difference between this voice and whatever. But this is the process, is just stressing over every minor detail that you can put together, because you are building this thing up and you're not quite sure where you go and things stray from how you envision them to start with. So yeah, I'm at a point. I'm almost ready to just sort of put my foot down and say, I'm moving on from here. We're just moving forwards now. We're done and we're ready. Which is what I did with The Wedding, because with The Wedding I had my placeholder narration for the film, which was my voice. And I was searching around for a better voice actor, and I recorded multiple tests, and I started to just run out of time, and I had to say, okay, that's what I've got, we're moving on to the next step. And I've had great response to that. So I feel there's a funny parallel between this project and my last, again with voice acting. I think it's because it's something that is, being a bit of a control freak or whatever on the production, is I'm in control of everything visually, editing, timing, everything. So when it's something like voice acting, when you have to build an ensemble crew of people and get their versions of everything, it's suddenly I'm not in control and I can't, I've got to stand by what someone else has done rather than what I've done myself. Because if I've done something and I don't think it's great, but it's in there, it's like, well, it's like that for a reason. It's not because I actively decided, to do something like that. But with voice acting I could infinitely record new voices to try and get closer and closer and closer to the exact way that I want it. But I'm also open to what I want. This thing evolves as you make it, and it is this interesting thing, and I like to experiment a lot as well with myself and what I'm doing. And if I am a little bit unsure about something, but I can say, well, this is how it is, this is the film, and that's great. And I mean, if some people are like, this is a bit strange that it's like that, Like, there's a difference between something being bad and then something being a bit more unusual, you know. Like, the voices I've got in aren't bad. I think they're great. I think they're fantastic, which is why I'd be happy to use them. But obviously, if you get enough feedback from people that say, I don't know, Simon. But then at the same time, I mean, Picasso... this is gonna get bad. I'm comparing myself to Picasso right now. But Picasso did his, what is it, four women bathing or something? I'll put the picture here. It's the women who are in the bathhouse, and it was one of his first, you know, more abstract pieces. And the colours are pretty outrageous, and the characters' faces they're kind of scary, you know. This is my favourite artwork ever, I think. Because his friends were like, Picasso, I'm not sure about this. I don't think we can stand by this piece. And critics were like, oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And Picasso himself sat on it for it was 4 years or something. He didn't even release it because it was like, everyone hates this. And so his friends were like, you know, dude, this shit is weird. We don't like it. Everyone liked it, but you know, he released it, and Picasso, you know, he ended up changing the face of art with this new kind of way of painting and moving things forward. So, what does that get me in this story? What I'm trying to say is I am as amazing, if not better than Picasso in this scenario with my outrageous decision to use some voice actors that may not be professional and might sound a little bit more amateurish. I don't know. Is that where I got with that story? You're watching it now, so you know which arc I took. I don't know. But I like that idea that sometimes you just have to do something and people might question it, but see, I can see the whole piece as well. Others can't see that because they're not in it. I'm inside the orange. Okay, in this story it's an orange. So at the moment we've got the peel, right? What are with my analogies today? I've got a peel, and I'm in the peel in this story, because I've got the structure there, which is the animatic. So people are looking at the peel, and there's some stuff on the peel. I'm really stressing this or stretching this. Okay, so you've got the peel. There's things on it that people are questioning. They're like, "Ooh, I don't know about." You know what orange is? There's that little green thing in the top that you have to pluck out where it hangs off the. Okay, so there's that thing, and like, I don't know, should that be there? But me, I'm in the orange, and I know there's gonna be the bits of orange, and I know that green thing connects to that middle bit that holds together all the pieces. So, what I'm trying to say is I am an orange farmer. Oh dear. Okay, so that's where I'm at the moment. As you understand, I've expressed myself perfectly, I think. In this scenario, I've been very succinct and clear about my motivations and mood at the moment. But yeah, so this stuff is fun. This is really fun. And if I'm a bit scared or nervous or unsure about something, that's good. I mean, if I was just going along, you know, I can't actually whistle, so I can't. Isn't that embarrassing? My dad used to tease me. He still does that I can't whistle. Thanks, Dad. Anyway, I love you, Dad. But so yeah, I'm walking along. If I was walking along with skip him a step and also able to whistle, the production would be boring. I've got this a friend, Kenneth. What's his last name? Kenneth Merkin? Yeah. I've got this friend, Kenneth Merkin, who he was at, I met him first in the Tel Aviv International Israel Film Festival with his film there, which is amazing, and he won a big award for it. What's his film called? Oh no. It's got the letter? The note. I think it's called The Letter. Okay. All good films start with the and then one word. The wedding, the duck, the letter. Okay. But yeah, so he's made this amazing film about drug use, competitive drug use in professional cycling for young people. And he was at the Munich Film Festival as well, and we were talking there, and he had a very complicated development. His lead actor, basically ended up asking for more money than they'd already agreed on, and basically got kicked out or ran away from the production. So they were left with like a quarter of a film, basically. And so he kind of left it lying around, and he eventually came back to it and reworked it and shot some new shots and turned it into this very strange, beautiful structural piece. Like the format and the editing of the film is very unique, but because he had to make up for these missing, disjointed parts. And so it turns into this beautiful, almost like dreamlike feel through a narrative, very disjointed. And he was saying to me, like, talking about his next project, like, he's not sure if he could ever go through a production and it all just to go smoothly. He was saying that if everything was going smoothly, he'd probably have to put up some hurdles or do something just to pull it all apart so that he had to work through it. That's probably him with the mindset. He himself was a professional cyclist, so you know that mountain that you have to get over. But I think it's the same for a good project. Is everything should be a bit difficult. This is turning into a really long rant, isn't it? But you know, you look at a director who is a director you love, a huge guy. I won't name anyone, but you know the kind of guys who are now, you know, they're hugely established and they're like the godfathers of modern Hollywood or whatever. And their early films are amazing, and now they make these strange, boring, cookie-cutter films that are, you shrug off and go, well, it was good, but it was no such and such. I mean, look at Jaws. Jaws had the most like complicated, bloody filming cycle ever, with the shark falling apart constantly, and like Jurassic Park, they went back and changed all the dinosaurs from stop motion to CG. I'm not picking just on Spielberg. Lucas, there you go. But I mean, these people, and then now they make a film. Look at Lucas back when he was making Star Wars. He's out there, he's on the set, he's running around and it's all frantic, and now he's sitting back and watching a monitor and getting handed a coffee or whatever. I think, you know, you've got to be fighting through it. It's got to be a bit of a battle, because it makes it fun, makes it rewarding, and I think it means your work is better. So, what I'm trying to say is now, after comparing myself with Picasso, I'm better than Spielberg, Lucas, who else? Anyone really? Yeah, probably just the best in the world, I guess. And I think that shows, as you can see from from this. I'm probably also the best video blogger in the world, I think. Yeah. This was weird. I was just going to do a little update, a little video thing, and this turned into this. I think this is like cathartic for me. Maybe I needed to vent or get all this out to someone. And because we're a new generation of self-obsessed idiots, we, for some reason, share this kind of stuff with everyone. Because we just want attention. Oh God, I need to shut up. I'm shutting up. Bye.